Hello, YouTube. It's actually morning here. Woke up early for some reason. Anyway, I just thought about talking about something since I might be facing it soon, and that's, not me personally, but in the family, death. Now, I'm not a religious guy. I'm not. Never was, never will be. But I do have a theory if the human body has a soul, and the only logical thing that makes sense if we do have a soul is reincarnation. In nature everything is recycled. We're all natural. Our soul would be too. So the only thing that makes any logical sense is it gets recycled. Put in a new body. That makes the most sense to me. I don't think heaven would be exactly ideal. Think about it. You spend an eternity up there. You're going to get bored. Even if there's endless things to do. It's going to suck after a while. So what's the point? Anyway, on to death. So people make a big deal of it, and honestly, it's really not. Face it. We are all gonna die. Someday. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Someday. Everybody dies. Thousands die every day. We just don't know about it. And honestly, and I don't mean to sound rude or anything, but when you or I or anyone dies, 99% of the world's population, except for the people you know, aren't gonna know, nor are they probably gonna care. So, unless you grow up and you become someone famous, no one's gonna miss you. Except your friends, family, if they're still alive. But face it, the majority of people in the world don't care. And do I think that's good, bad, or indifferent? No, I just think it's natural. When I go, am I going to expect a lot of people at my funeral? Probably not. I don't have a lot of family. Side, my half-sister side. And people always want to make a big deal over death. Like, oh my god this, oh my god that. And it's not. It's not a big deal. Happens every day. It happens to people. Is it bad I don't feel anything over the death of people? Maybe. But really, I don't. Like, I went to Morton Ranch for 4 years, and I still know people that go there. If it blew up tomorrow, would I really feel anything? I'd feel, damn. Some of the people I know just got killed. But when I get, oh, yeah, no. Not who I am. Not who I've ever been. My own grandmother died. I didn't shed a tear. You can call me a heartless bastard all you want. Death doesn't affect me. Whatsoever. At all. If everyone in my family dropped dead tomorrow, I'd still go on living my life. I wouldn't be uber fucking depressed about it. That's another thing. I can understand if you're really, really close to somebody and they die, but getting overly obsessed with their death is stupid. If they were murdered, I can understand if you'd want revenge or something, but being overly obsessed with their death and not being able to move on is pretty stupid in my opinion. Maybe I'm speaking from my point of view here, but I really think not being able to get over somebody is a bad thing, is a bad trait. Eventually you're gonna have to move on because you can't hold if somebody dies, you can't just say, oh my god, I could have been there and I could have done something. You don't know that. Hell, if you were probably there, you would have died too, for all you know. And unless you have a death wish and you feel like dying, I know I don't know why you'd want to be there. I mean, we all have those things where we all think, I can be the hero in some situations, and some situations you're just not gonna be. You would just be collateral damage along with the person. So people need to stop hanging guilt over themselves for the loss of others. And so if you have trouble moving on, if you think it's your fault, it's not. And believe me, that person would like you to move on. Any person would. I mean, yeah, I know it's going to sound really bad, but you can take all the time you want to get over it, but you gotta move on eventually, and you gotta somewhat treat it like, I mean, if you're with somebody, you gotta kind of treat it like a breakup. I mean, a bad breakup, of course, you mourn years and years over, but still, that person would not want you to be miserable if they really cared for you. I mean, if I died tomorrow, would I want my friends mourning over me every waking minute? No, I wouldn't. I'd want them to go out and have fun, live. I mean, hell, if anything, throw a party. Be happy. I always want people to be happy. That's why I don't like seeing people all bummed out because people die. I mean, I don't know. It's just never been a big deal to me, and I don't see why people have it as such a big deal. To me, it's just a natural thing that happens every day and that all of us have to face. And I think the sooner people accept that, the better. Because, and no, I'm not being cynical. I'm not saying death is a good thing. I'm not saying people getting murdered is a good thing. I'm just saying it's just a natural point. It's just a natural thing, and we can't avoid it. We can't do anything to stop it. I mean, I was going to say, nobody, you're not going to die. Not how things work. And it happens to and it's the universal equilibrium. It happens to the rich, it happens to the poor, it happens to the moderately wealthy, it happens to the good, it happens to the bad, it happens to the best people, and it happens to the worst people. And sometimes it's a bad thing when it happens, other times it's a good thing. And that's why I try to be indifferent about it, because I'm not going to say that say somebody who gave to charity all their life gets shot and mugged in the streets is a good thing, and you can't just say, oh no, that's a bad thing, and then you just go and say you shoot a dictator that's oppressing his people and say, oh no, that's a good thing. I mean, killing is killing. Doesn't matter who it is. I mean, you can rationalize it all you want. I mean, do I think some people deserve to die? Yeah. I mean, but is it a good thing? No. I mean, and knowing you killed that person is, I don't know, though. I wouldn't know. I never killed anybody. Don't plan on it. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about this morning. I just had the inkling about it since my dad is convinced he's going to die on the operating table when he goes and has his operation in a few weeks. So I thought I'd just bring up the topic of death. Alright, that's it. That's all I got.